with the idea of doing a video. It's not really my thing. Speaking to cameras, not really my thing. But I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna keep it short, about 10-15 minutes, and really just kind of like not really yoga, not really Pilates, kind of a mix of both. Just a little bit if you've been sitting down for a lot of the day. The main reason I'm here is I finished Netflix. And yeah, just a couple of moves just to feel that little bit better about yourself if you've been sitting on the couch for the last 10 hours. So we're going to start in child's pose with our knees nearly as wide as the mat and our hands walking out ahead of us and our chest melting down towards the space between our thighs. If this does not agree with your knees, you can always place a pillow between your heels and your sit bones and just chill out there. From here, just to find a little bit of space through the side of the body, we're going to walk both hands over towards the left side of the mat. Right hand can reach even further than left for a deeper stretch. And really just make sure that you're deepening your breath. So as you inhale, looking to really widen through the right side of your rib cage. And as you exhale, allowing left sit bone to sink even deeper towards left heel. We're going to stay here for 2 more breaths. And then we'll slowly come back to center and walk it over in the opposite direction. Chest is melting, hips back towards the heels. Left hand can reach even further than right. And again, gauge it yourself. If it's not feeling good, ease back slightly. If you want to go deeper, reach forward even more. I'm quite restricted space-wise. We're going to come back to center, walk our hands a little closer towards us and find an all fours position. From all fours, we're just going to come into cat to cow. So as you exhale, tucking your tailbone under, rounding your spine and looking towards your thighs. As you inhale, shining tailbone to the ceiling, shining chest forward and up between the arms. Exhale, tailbone tucks under, spine rounds. Inhale, tailbone to the ceiling, chest forward and up between the arms. Next exhale, we're going to tuck our toes under, send our hips up and back towards the ceiling, finding our first downward dog. You can keep the knees soft here to lengthen out the spine that little bit more. You can start to pedal out the feet, looking to sink the heels down towards the mat. Doesn't really matter if they don't meet the mat. What you're looking for here is just a nice stretch through the calves and through the back of the legs. Trying to find length and space through the sides of the body. Fingertips are gripping the mat. And then take a moment just finding stillness, whatever that means for you in your downward dog. Bend knees, straight leg, foot over. Whatever. And then you're just holding breathing here. And then we'll slowly walk our feet up towards our hands. Again, as much of a bend in your knees here as you need. Feet are going to be hip distance apart. Straight legs, bent knees, up to you. I've said that about 6 times now. You can take a little sway, a little rock from side to side if that's feeling good. And then find your center. Focus on really rooting down through the big toe, baby toe and heel. The arch of the foot stays lifted. And as you exhale, it's almost like you're holding a block or a ball between your inner thighs. As you exhale, slowly begin to roll your spine all the way up. Shoulders will roll up, roll back. And we'll inhale to reach both arms up. Once we're reaching, left hand holds right wrist, lean to the left, take a deep breath in. Try to keep the hips as squared as you can. Exhale back to center. Switch the clasp, lean to the right, deep breath in. Exhale, center, clasp both hands, palms to the roof, grow tall as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, arms are going to fall by sides. You're going to hinge from your hips and rock your fingertips down towards your toes. As you inhale, we'll halfway lift, so hands slide up the shins, and then we'll exhale to fully fold. Step back into a plank position. From your plank, keep your collarbones as wide as you can. Send energy back through the heels. Hold and breathe. And then we're going to come through yoga move, chaturanga. You can of course do it with your knees on the mat or keep them elevated. You're going to slightly shift your way forward, elbows hug in towards your sides as you lower down in one long line. Inhale, chest lifts forward and up. Take a nice deep breath in here, slide the shoulders down your back. And as you exhale, hips lift up and back, finding downward dog. From our downward dog, we're going to lift our right leg up towards the ceiling. Allowing the right hip to open, bend your right knee, hug right knee in towards your nose and stand your right foot down between your hands. You can of course use your hands to help you get there. And then we'll lower our left knee down onto the mat. If it's not comfortable for your left knee, you can pop a cushion underneath it, you can roll up your mat. Inhale to float both arms up, low lunge. Little lift of pubic bone, belly button, and as you exhale, drop your right arm down by your side, left arm stretches up and over, deep breath in. Exhale, arms out wide. I don't have space, so I'm going to go cactus arms here, but you can use straight arms if you have space. Exhale to rotate to the right. Back to center, right arm drops down, left arm reaches over. Back to center, rotate. Back to center, right arm down, left arm over. Back to center, exhale, rotate. Once you're back to center, you can stay centered, hands come down. As you exhale, straighten your right leg, shifting your hips back. Heel can stay resting, toes can elevate if that's feeling good, and then you can move forward. Exhaling to lengthen back. Inhaling to move forward, keeping your chest as close to your thighs as you can. And just taking a few deep breaths as you move through this one. And then slowly, the next time the right knee's bent, we're going to tuck our left toes under. Hover our left knee off the mat, float our arms up. As we exhale, we're going to swivel our left toes to the left side of the mat. Right knee stays bent, stacking over right ankle, right fingertips forward, left arm back. Warrior two. Keeping the arches of both feet lifted, so really important to keep the baby toe on your left foot down. Slowly. Exhale to drop right fingertips down. Left arm stretches, no space, up and overhead, holding breathing. And then as you exhale, slowly bring it up. Left hand can slide down the back of the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over, opening through that right rib cage. You can, of course, bring your left hand around and rest onto right thigh. And breathe. And then arms out wide. Straighten through the right leg. Right fingertips reach forward and down. Left arm's reaching up. And you are breathing. Make sure you keep the connection left baby toe. Next exhale, lowers left hand down to the mat. Right hand is down on the mat. Lift your left heel. Slowly make your way back to plank. From your plank, again, knees can lower. Bend both elbows. Chest comes forward and up, shoulders down your back, upward dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. Left leg's going to float up towards the ceiling. Left knee will bend and we'll stand left foot between our hands. Right knee can lower down to the mat. Inhale to float the arms up. Exhale, left hand drops down, and as we inhale, we're reaching right arm over. Exhale to center, cactus arms as we inhale. Exhale to rotate. Back to center. Left arm down, right arm over. Back to center. Rotate. And one more. Side bend. Rotate. Back to center, hands down. Left leg lengthens. Left knee bends. I have just realised I've done the same leg again. Have I? Maybe. Who knows? Lengthening. Oh no, I haven't. Bending. Exhale to lengthen. Bend. Let's go for two more. And the next time, left knee's bent, tucking your toes, lifting back knee. Arms float up. You know where we're going. Transitioning into warrior two. Left fingertips forward, right fingertips back. Deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, left hand down, right arm reaches overhead, right palm facing down. Slowly bring it up. From here, right hand reaches down the back of the right thigh, left arm up and over. And then right hand can also come around and rest onto left thigh. Keep your left knee bent, keep it opening towards left baby toe. Right baby toe on the mat, keeping the arch lifted. For 3, 2, on one, arms out wide, left leg lengthens, reach forward through the left fingertips, dropping down, right arm reaches up, we're looking up towards it.
And then from here, we're actually going to bring ourselves up, staying in that same kind of leg position. Turn your left toes to point towards the long edge of the mat. Hands can come to your hips. Or personally, just to open our chest and shoulders, I prefer to clasp hands behind the back. Try to keep the palms of the hands or the heels of the hands glued together. As you exhale, hinge forward. Kind of the head drops down. And we can hold here for about 5 breaths. For 4, 3, 2, and on 1. Slowly, slowly bring yourself all the way up. Once you're all the way up, turn your left toes to the left, hands come down to the mat, spin right heel center, step left foot back, back into our plank, elbows bend, inhale forward and up, exhale hips up and back, downward dog. From here, you're going to float your left leg up towards the ceiling, left knee is going to bend in towards you. Bring your left knee towards your left wrist and your left toes towards your right wrist. And then slowly, slowly sink down towards your mat. You can use your right toes to kind of shimmy that right leg back. And you're into pigeon. Very inviting. So the left knee can always come centered in the mat. If it doesn't feel right for your knee or your hip, that can bring it up less of an angle. So I'm going to go back to here. And then from here, you're sitting up as tall as you can, taking a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can just melt forward. Should feel pretty nice. It's pretty deep, but I like it. We'll be here for 5 deep breaths. Try to get the right hip bone as close to the floor as you can. And then slowly, slowly walking your hands back towards you. We're going to turn so that we're facing towards our right. And we're going to bend our right knee and land the right foot down. So if you're a Pilates person, this is your mermaid. Don't know what it's called in the yoga. That's weird. Usually it's the opposite way around. Anyway, try to have your right sit bone as close to the mat as you can. Not every hip is going to allow for that sit bone to come down. Your left hand is down on the mat. Sitting up as tall as you can with that sit bone rotated. Inhale to reach your right arm up. And then exhale over. Rotate. Back into your side bend. Rotate. Back into your side bend. Rotate. And we'll go for 2 more. Should feel nice across the back. So you're kind of opening through your thoracic spine. Back to center. Last one. From here, to switch sides, we're going to walk our hands around and we're going to try to do a full circle. So you'll stand your right foot down, your left foot down, and here we are. From here, right fingertips down onto the mat, left sit bone heavy. Inhale to reach your left arm up, exhale to rotate. Inhale back to side bend, exhale to rotate. Inhale side bend, it's a very tight place for me. Exhale to rotate, feels good though. 2 more. And last one. And then from here, both hands can come down. Your left leg's going to lengthen. Tuck your left toes under. Turn to face towards the front of the mat. Right knee, right wrist. Right foot, left wrist. And you can sink into your pigeon. Again, if it doesn't suit you, you can work with a softer angle so the knee can be in front of breastbone instead of out to the side. And then you can just melt into it. It should feel pretty good. And from here, elbows onto the mat. You're going to slowly, slowly tuck your left toes, step your right foot back, and then lower your pelvis down towards the mat. So we're just in a nice relaxed Sphinx pose. Again, you can have a little wiggle side to side if that feels good. There's going to be a soft lift of your pubic bone rolling up towards your belly button, just so there's a soft amount of activation through the lower abdominals. And then from here, you can slowly, slowly melt your chest down onto the mat, forehead onto the mat, and reach your arms down by your sides. Palms of the hands are going to face in towards your thighs. Take a nice deep breath in. Reach your fingertips back towards your heels and allow your chest to rise forward. And then exhale to melt. Keep that lifted pubic bone, belly button. Deep breath in. Fingertips slide back. And just one more like this. We'll call this our prep. And then next time you lower it down. Same activation. So we still have that row, pubic bone, belly button, activating lower abdominals. From here, I want you to bend your left heel in towards your left sit bone. Right heel in towards right sit bone. Left hand holds left foot. Right hand holds right foot. Imagine a ball or a block between your knees. It's not really about height here. It's about keeping your form. So pubic bone towards the belly button. Shoulders slide back. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, chest lifts forward. Feet kick back into your hands. Ooh, ankle cracking. Keep that squeeze on the knees. And then rest. We're going to do 2 more like that. Deep breath in, relaxing. And then exhale to rise. Chest forward. Kicking your feet into your hands. And then rest. Deep breath in. And exhale. And we can lower down. Reach the legs out. Rest your cheek onto the mat. And take a nap. That is you done for today.